guys! So last night I reached an amazing 1,000 followers on Tumblr, so thank you. And I asked for any suggestions for what I could do to celebrate this. A friend of mine was like, yeah, why don't you read some fan smut, just for laughs. So here I am. I should probably say, I don't ship fan, I don't do smut. It makes me really uncomfortable. But there we go. People have actually, they seem to like the idea of me reading this. I guess just to see me be really awkward. So let's get this going. I was originally going to do a different one, but it was too long and the camera zoom. So this one's called Truth or Dare. Alright. Right guys, Phil says, smiling into the camera. We asked you to send us some Truth or Dare questions. Some of them are pretty crazy, I add. Sick bastards. Dan, Phil complains. I'm only joking. Phil shakes his head in fake disappointment. But seriously, I say, my face solemn. So without further ado, here we go. Phil says in a Mario-type accent. Truth or dare, Dan? Dare. I'll be brave, I chuckle. Phil puts his hand inside the hat labelled Dares and pulls out a small piece of folded up paper. Drum roll, please, Dan. Using the drumsticks from Guitar Hero, I create a short beat followed by a cymbal crash. Make out with Phil, he reads. I look at Phil, trying to read his expression. I don't really mind. It doesn't mean anything. Both of us are straight, so what's the big deal? Plus, I can appreciate that Phil's quite good looking from a guy point of view. Phil looks up from the paper into my eyes, and I shrug. Let's get the show on the road, I say, sitting back, down beside him with my legs crossed. Phil moves over to me, and I notice he hasn't said a word after he announced the dare. Maybe he isn't as keen on it as I am. God. I move my head closer to Phil, gazing into his icy blue eyes, looking for any signs of emotion, but finding none. Our faces are just centimetres apart, but instead of kissing him, I bring my hand up and gently rest it on the side of his neck, using my thumb to stroke his cheek. Phil, his eyes still on me, nuzzles into my palm like a young animal looking for warmth. I then move my thumb towards his lips and tenderly play around with his bottom lip. Phil closes his eyes, completely silent and completely still. I can't help but grin. I don't know what it is that is making me grin, but I like it. Phil puts his hand on my knee and starts rubbing my leg with his fingertips. Oh God. I give a small gasp, surprised and slightly aroused by the intimacy. As I gently push my thumb past Phil's lips and into his mouth, he gently sucks it, his teeth softly grazing my knuckles. The hell? I slowly slide it in and out, taken aback at how beautiful he looked. I bring my thumb out slowly and rest it on his chin. I tilt his head slightly upwards, his beautiful blue eyes steadying my own. I move around towards Phil, barely brushing my lips against his when I hear a small moan escape his lips. I stop, leaning my forehead against his, extremely turned on by such a small sound. Once I relax slightly, I open my eyes to see Phil already looking at me. I could almost count each and every one of his eyelashes. I wonder what is going on in his head right now. Feeling a little braver, I firmly press my lips against his without hesitation. We stay perfectly still for about 10 seconds when I massage his bottom lip with my own. I can feel Phil gently tracing my lips with his tongue as I position my hand on his shoulder, rubbing gently. As I feel him remove his hand from my knee and place it on my waist, while he pulls me closer. I can't help but entwine my fingers in his soft dark hair as we move our tongues together. As we continue to make out passionately, I push Phil down onto his back with me on top. I break the kiss for a second to catch my breath shortly, before bringing my lips back to his. I moan slightly as I feel myself getting hard. I rock my hips back and forth, and I realise that I am enjoying myself a little more than I should be. Phil's hands move from my waist to under my shirt. Tingling sensations run through my body as he traces my chest with his fingers. I playfully bite on his lower lip and feel him grin. We slow down and I give him a final smooch before we open our eyes and stare intensely at each other. Phil, smiling, presses his head against mine and says, "We should play Truth or Dare more often." Alright, so, fuck's sake. Alright, honestly, that wasn't as bad. Wasn't as bad as some of the others that my friend sent me. I picked the least compromising one. Also, I apologise, I can't read out loud, because I sort of stumble over words. So if that made no sense whatsoever, I apologise. But I'm hoping that makes you happy now, you people that made me do this video. I hope you regret this, and I hope you're all not laughing at me, because if you are, I hate you, and I'm going to disown you. But I won't really, because you're the only friends I've got, and I love you. Yeah, thanks for that. Thanks for 1,000 again, though. I am thinking about making a video again soon. So, yeah. Thank you.